Morning everybody, my name is Levi and I'd like to welcome you to the Tea and Trails podcast. This show come across me around about 2 years ago and it's absolutely brilliant. What chemistry Eddie and Gary have got. Laugh out loud, tears, you name it. I've got 2 dogs myself. Yes, they're allowed on the couch. They're actually going wherever they want. They're 14 and 11, so they rule the roost. They dictate where we are going on walks. They don't run anymore, which is a shame, but they're absolutely fantastic. It's 4:30 in the morning on a Thursday. I like to get up at daft o'clock. I like to get the training done. I'm just going up a hill because it's my training plan's an hour and 10 minutes on a hill, so that's what you do. And I'm just starting my training block into the winter in preparation for the Northern Traverse at the end of March, so can't wait to see the pennies on the start line. That's probably the only place I will see is actually because I'm a back of the pack person, just grinding things out. So thanks for the entertainment over the past 2 years and every Tuesday and Friday now. Brilliant show, absolutely brilliant.
Hello and welcome to a Christmas and New Year Tea and Trails podcast. We will keep you company and offer a little bit of running sanity as the days blur into a sugar-coated haze. It's not long, folks. Only a few more days and it will all be over. Kudos though, I took the car for a service yesterday and down at the Vauxhall garage it was like Christmas.
You know how
it never
to live.
happened. I was getting warnings. The little spanner turned from orange to red. I was over the limits.
It got angrier and angrier like Babs my sat nav.
But yeah, kudos to all those people who were turning up and working over the Christmas break. Before we go any further though, I've got them on. I think you need to put your comfy pants on. Elastic waist is essential for the next week or two. And don't let that tight waist be a little judgy reminder of overindulgence and regret.
Gary!
I think I'm done with skinny jeans. I need a complete
I think
overhaul
they're out of fashion now.
from the waist down, especially for a 50-odd-year-old guy. It's not.
You're not getting. We've laughed so much this Christmas. Getting cut for Christmas is my kid's favourite. I'm getting cut for Christmas. I think it's a bit late now.
Who's that dude off Despicable Me? What's his name? Oh my goodness me! Skinny legs, bit heavy on top. That's my look currently. And another cracking intro from Levi Charlton, out in the dark, grafting, getting ready for the Northern Traverse. See you soon, buddy. Yeah, and thanks for all your support over the years. Please keep those intros coming. If you're wondering where my intro is, we've got a little pile of them. Don't worry, they are coming.
Special big portion of Christmas love to our patrons, especially for those who bought Patreon for a loved one. How did they present it to you? Was it in a stocking? Was it wrapped up under the tree? A little envelope? We really appreciate all your love and support this year and into next year. Don't forget, if you want a snood or a bubble hat, make sure you add your address to Patreon. No address, no goodies. I got my snood on today, Gary, because I tell you what is that one?
Oh, this is from Steve in Canada.
Steve from Canada. This is actually an OG snood, different orange, not quite as bright, a little bit more. And I think someone else has been running in it because there's a slight moistness to it. And we share the love here anyway. If you join Patreon for a year, you save 10% on your membership. And if you join the Legend tier or above, I'll send you a bubble hat too. And
as Eddie said, yes, you can give Patreon. And Anna Jones has been gifted a year's Patreon from her fiancé, Matt. You're a very lucky lady, Anna. This is a message from Matt. This is not me typing this. I need to get some gravitas in my vocal cords. You truly do rock my world, and thank you for being you. Since we got engaged earlier in the year, we've already had some full-on hurdles to overcome. Thank you for everything you do for us as a family. Have the best Christmas ever. Love you, Matt. Breathe and believe, Anna. Breathe and believe.
I'm going to cut that bit out and just put it as my alarm clock. New Patreon perk. Gary, you are such a grafter. Here I was just stuffing mince pies, drinking the old non-alcoholic mulled wine, which may I say someone had definitely slipped in a bit of... What are you curling your lip at for me?
Well, it's disgusting anyway. And then to make it non-alcoholic, it's like, what's the point?
You don't like it? I love a bit of... It's like, I think you could put that in your soft flasks for a bit of running fuel. Mulled wine. It's got sugar. It's got a bit... It's like hot squash, but with a bit of a... Makes the trail go a bit fuzzy.
Hot Ribena. I'm going to give me hot Ribena.
Anyway, while I was off celebrating the festivities, the email was still pinging away with Gary grafting away. We got a new Patreon perk. Trail Outlaws shared a generous 10% off code with our patrons, and you can use it on any of their 2026 events. Also, the first 50 people to use the code will actually get 15% off. A bit of Trail Outlaws Christmas spirit on Patreon. Don't hang around. Loads to choose from. Head over to www.trailoutlaws.com.
Thanks to X Miles, Precision Fuel and Hydration, Harrier Trail Running and Fenix Light UK for sponsoring this week's show. X Miles is a family-owned, independent endurance sports retailer that provides nutritional goods, apparel and accessories to help athletes perform and recover at their best. X Miles offer a wide range of high-quality products from leading brands, and their team of nutrition experts, cyclists, runners and outdoor enthusiasts can provide expert advice and guidance to help you reach your goals. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just getting started, X Miles is the perfect place to find everything you need to succeed. Listeners can get 10% store credit at www.xmiles.co.uk via the link in the show notes. Also, X Miles winter warehouse sale is on, so stock up ready for 2026. Save big on fuel, hydration and recovery essentials while stocks last. Sale ends January the 11th. I've been upgraded to the Elite Trail team. only the cap. I feel a bit totally imposter, isn't it, running around with this?
Maybe you need to stick the... Oh, where's my Tea and Trail podcast patch? I'll send it you, and you can stick it over the top with a bit of tape.
Well, I've misplaced my Tea and Trails cap. I'm not too sure where it is. It's a couple of weeks now, but I'm loving it. The reason why I'm wearing it, it's got like a stubby little peak. Pop over to Google Projects if you would like an awesome Tea and Trails cap. And don't forget, patrons receive 20% off. Also, you lovely listeners can enjoy 10% off with the code T10. If you're looking for all those discount codes, then head over to Patreon, teaandtrails.com, or check out the show notes where you will find our link tree.
It's been too long, my friend. Honestly, if we didn't do the podcast, you would ghost me forever.
Oh, that's not fair. That is not fair.
You just are not interested in hearing my weekly deets when we're not on the podcast.
I appreciate you giving me the grace of a week off. It did not sit well for me. So it's my fault, listeners, if people are wondering why we didn't put an episode out of the week.
First time ever it's your fault for anything, because you're the angel child. We wrote the script, Gary, the last night. Yeah. The night before, I wrote the script. I was more prepared than I've been for the whole of 2025.
You don't get that time back. Apologies, if you were hoping for a little episode of Tea and Trails to drop into your downloads. What's it like now you've gone back north? Is it festive still up north, or is everything down?
Yeah, because we got Hogmanay coming up, Gary.
Oh, goodness me, it's a big deal, isn't it?
Of course. We've not seen anybody yet. Christmas, we've got to prolong it, Gary, till the 6th of January.
I'm not ready for it to be over.
Absolutely not. But I have downloaded a sunrise, sunset app just to keep myself going, to see every day the minute of more sun I get. Huh? Sun's a big word. That was beautiful today. Do you know, and it's going to blow your mind, within a month, by the end of January, I have an extra hour in the evening.
It's wild, isn't it?
It is wild. So I'm just holding on to that now. But we've made the turn of the shortest day, and every day I'm going to make the comment now to the end of January and go, it's definitely a bit lighter. Yeah, it's definitely a bit lighter. Yeah, it's definitely a bit lighter. We got loads to catch up on, Gary. I got some funny stories, but I'm not sure I can, you said, don't talk for 2 hours a day. That intro for people training for Northern Traverse, Gary, when do I start doing that? It's like, it's quite soon now. Now, January,
3
Gary.
months, isn't it, really?
I'm going to get serious.
I was thinking about all the spine races, and obviously you did that a few years ago. I would not enjoy Christmas if I had that. I enjoyed the little Christmas Eve. I did my little workout down the gym, did my weights, and I thought, okay, now we relax.
What's Christmas Eve like down the gym?
It was Ramo with everybody. I know you're not supposed to say this, but I think people were banking some calories for their overindulgence.
I always feel like when people go, I've earned my mince pies, and I always feel I should go, no, you shouldn't earn it. But also, you feel better if you've done like, a big run, or you just feel like you've had loads of fresh air, you've had a bit of a break.
I am using all my naughty food that's in the house because it's like a danger zone. The house is full of goodies. We've got sweet treats, savoury treats. There's lots of booze too. And everything is they're like sirens from the kitchen. They're all calling me out. But what I do is then I start using the heroes as my race fuel over Christmas.
We went to the Panto at Mum and Dad's, and Mum...
Oh, no, you didn't.
Yeah. You got me. You're hilarious. I kept falling asleep. No, I didn't. Oh, yes, you did. Mum wrapped us up, little heroes, in a little kitchen bag each to put in our pockets to take to the Panto. And of course, it melted everybody's pocket. It was just like they got their kitchen. I'm not going to name names, but some people still lit the packets, and some people said, I'm not going to have those, and we'll just leave it there.
Do you go to bed every night with a full belly? That's been my... Last
time we chatted, you had a filthy cold and you were feeling awful. You make me so angry. You were like, I feel awful. I feel terrible. And then you almost run a 90-mile week.
Appreciate, yeah. I did fly close to the flames
Are you like
during
one of
the
my
build-up.
kids that says, I can't go to school, I'm too ill, I'm just too ill.
For at least 2 days, I was rough as... And I pushed through because
You're a hero.
I'm a hero, Eddie.
A real life hero.
Well, basically,
you're a member of the elite trail team. You guys,
it's official.
You just turn up every day, whatever the weather. You're there, Gary. You are there. They're letting anybody in. They're desperate. They're letting influencers in now.
I wanted to be in control of when I stopped exercising.
This sounds so healthy. This sounds so healthy. Let's go with this one.
So I just kind of, I was like Icarus. I went close to the flames, but I didn't really manage it that well, to be honest. But I deliberately didn't. The workouts are fine, but I chose not to run with others, with a few long runs going on down the moors and things like that. And I thought I better not do that just so I can manage my own effort. Well, Christmas Day onwards after that, it was a bit of a blur. But yeah, if we go back to the workout, so I did my 10 times 3 minutes. I did the 5 times 4 minutes.
Gary, your job is to provide, your only job and reason for life is to provide content for this podcast, okay?
Yeah.
And so we're going to need you to switch it up a little bit from the...
Well, I think I might.
Are we going to go there? Hey.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Also, I did a 10-miler plus a lovely coastal run. That was over the 2 weeks of Christmas. The 10-miler, because it was on the treadmill, that ended up being pretty much marathon pace. That takes a bit of mental discipline.
I've got a bigger one to beat you.
Oh, you've 11 reefed me already. But precision fuel and hydration, because it was that marathon effort. I think you said this, maybe for that kind of effort, you should fuel about every 20 minutes. It was like an orgy of evidence. I had all my pH 30 gels and my bottle and everything on there. It was almost like Sam Skinner inspired. Was it 6 times 10 with rest?
Yeah.
I just thought, I don't need any rest. I'm just going to go straight through.
Sam, come on, this is where you're going wrong, man. Is there anyone else in the gym fueling? Do you ever see anyone else with a gel or a snack? I never seen. When I used to go to a gym, I would be the only one. I'd be like, I
see a lot of bowls. I don't know what's in those bowls.
You're allowed to eat in here because...
I see a lot of cans of like Monster or whatever it is, the energy drinks.
I've got to have a look. There's a lot of Monster cans in the hedge around here. I've got to get one out and see the nutrition stacks because this could be something that perhaps, it's pretty cheap.
Oh, I don't know if Monster's cheap, but there's nobody there kind of alternating between a pH 30 gel and then 3 milk trays.
Well, there's a market there, Gary. Then there's a market. Do your finest work.
You just lock in for an hour. You get that, like Sam said, you're not in zone 4, you're kind of in that zone 3.
Do you remember I did exactly the same a couple of weeks ago, and I just felt okay, so I just didn't bother with the rest, and I just said, let's just lock in. Sometimes mentally it's just easier, isn't it, to just let the heart rate go there and just go, I'm hanging in. Were you watching something?
I finished Vikings.
Oh, okay. So that's why you stayed, because you were like, any moment now, there's going to be a little flash of a...
Well, I watched the first one of Valhalla. Too much dates, but anyway, yeah, there was some raunchy action on episode 1.
And do you start having a little?
Oh, I skip it. I
You're like-
skip. I can't. Just in case
How
somebody.
can you do that when you're running? Because I can't move I find it hard once I hit marathon pace to just press the buttons on the treadmill without falling off.
But the workouts went well. I couldn't complain with any of them, even though I was feeling pretty lousy. Heart rate didn't seem like it was particularly elevated.
When you have a cold, I don't find my heart rate response is really much different. You just feel horrible and you can't breathe. It's more when you're coughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pity, isn't it? Because you think, oh, I've got a cold. I should not do this. And then you're like, oh, it's fine. God.
I know I'm probably gaslighting myself, but in my head, I'd say I'd try all these workouts and see how they go. And if for some reason my heart rate was like 160 and I was doing marathon pace, then obviously that's a red flag. But annoyingly, everything was fine. But they're like my old slippers of workouts. They don't stress me out. This is why I keep gravitating to the 10 times 3 and the 5 times 4. I know what the deal is. One's quite big, one's not so big. That steady grind of that steady run, I love that. And then that long run, it's like I don't know, it's like a meat and two veg, isn't it? And I just do them.
Yeah,
I show up and I get them done.
Consistency, Gary. Well, we're all about it. If it means you get it done, we're not here to entertain. We're here to do the grind.
That's probably the most important thing. But I did feel like a champ. And I think that's probably why I'm gravitating to the treadmills for my sessions. Like I said, I've got all the precision fuel and hydration spread out. So I do ignore the whispers as far as, if my hamstrings a bit
healthy stuff.
achy or if the cold's on my chest and not my head. I ignore all of that kind of stuff. But I eat like a champ.
You're pulling all the levers, but you're making sure the ones you can control, you're controlling. I had to do both my workouts last week on the road, Gary. And I was like, I had such bad hamstring DOMs then the next day. But I made Bryn do it with me. And we were like,
What were your sessions?
Well, the week before Christmas, I did a couple of. So I wasn't going to get a 3-4 hour long run in slot without setting off at like 4 o'clock in the morning. In the term time, when the kids are go, I'm so severely sleep deprived, Gary. I gave myself the gift of sleep. I was getting some 8 hour 49 out. My ring
Incredible.
was glowing all Christmas, Gary. Absolutely glowing. So I didn't want to get up and do like 4 hours at 4 a.m. I can do 2 hours because they're teenagers. So nobody pokes their head out of a bedroom before 10 because why? What's the point? Are you going to get up today? Why? So I went on treadmill, Gary, and I did 16 miles. And now, if I did this again, I would change it because I did an hour at 50 miles. What I was kind of looking at, I was saying 50 mile pace, but I was just going on my heart rate. I did an hour at sort of 50 mile pace and heart rate, which was a bit too long because then that seemed to take ages. But I was loving it, Gary, because I was watching. Now, I think you would enjoy this. It's on Disney Plus, but I think you've cancelled your Disney Plus membership. I know far too much about you. I'll send you my deets. The Taylor Swift documentary about her tour.
I bet that's great.
Are you joking? Are you?
No, I bet it's great.
Sort of thing Bryn would say when you go, yeah, I bet that's great. And then I go off on it and you go, I'm joking. This sounds rubbish. She is a machine. She is a machine, Gary. And things that she said, honestly, I was like, that is so, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that phrase. I absolutely love it. The way she runs the tour, the way she it's just mentally how strong she is. At one point, like she falls over. This is where she's so like you, Gary. She falls over and she like scrapes all the skin off her hand and she's like blood pouring everywhere. And she's like, I feel no pain. I just have to get on with it. I've got to get back for that song. She's just legend. Anyway, so I had this 2 hour run that I was going to do on the treadmill with all my gels laid out. So I felt like you, so happy. And then I found this. I started watching this. Oh, I loved it. 3 episodes. The time flew by. Anyway, I broke it down, 50 mile pace. And then I did a marathon cut down. My God, as we always say, marathon pace. Well, I was just going, yeah, I can run a 3 hour marathon. It's no problem. It feels so fast on the treadmill. So then I did a bit of a cut down of 3 miles, 2 miles, 1 mile. So 16 miles total on the treadmill. So that was my long run. And actually, I really enjoyed it. And I thought I might, every other week in the build up to Northern Traverse, put in a longer treadmill run. Because what I noticed when I went running, did my workouts outside, is just the fluctuation. Round here, there isn't really anywhere where you can get a continuous flat bit for speed. And so you get real heart rate fluctuations. Whereas on the treadmill, when I finish, I just get that lovely pie chart with like, you spent
I think I'm a bit addicted to it.
But it's such a good use of time. It's like, just get in there. And also, I never get to watch TV, so I can watch Taylor. So I didn't mind at all. 60, it And then I was done. Came back through and people were just poking their heads out.
Well, I think you make a great point. Especially this time of year, is because Esme's going home soon. Trying to burn the candle at both ends, stay up late with the family. We watched 3 hours of Race Across the World yesterday. But then I can't get up at 6 and go for a run. So
you can't do everything.
Generally speaking, I think it's probably about 11:30 before everybody comes downstairs. So
then they all want to stay up so late. I've had a few incredible Christmas disco naps in front of the TV where something started and I've gone, oh, this is great. Yeah, choose this. Yeah, put this on. And then woken up as the credits go and gone, oh, that's been great. So yeah, I've had some. And then, as I said, I had to do all my workouts outside, which was fun. I enjoyed running around the lanes. And I tell you what. So I've said this before, but mum and dad live near the sea and there is 2 miles down to the sea, 2 miles back up. It's such a good run. And it's got 500 feet of climbing. So first time I did it, I thought I'm just going to see. So I have got deets back to 2014 of me going up and down this climb. So I have got being pregnant, pre-pregnant, being pregnant, post-pregnant, and then I've got being in probably what I always think of like my best shape in 2013. So I've got all my times basically. I jogged back up. We went down with the kids, their monkathon. They jogged down the hill and then they played on the beach. And I went back up and I thought, I won't give it beans, but I'll just run back up as if it's, a steady-ish run. 6 minutes faster than in July, Gary. This year, 6 minutes faster. So I think it was like 23 minutes when I went up. And then this one was 17. Anyway, last day I thought I'm going to go for it. I'm going to get my fastest time up there was 15:12. And I thought I can do that. I went up in 16:59. I thought I wasn't out of breath. I can easily do that. Set off, went off down early. Nobody on the trail, set off up the trail. And halfway up there's a little house and the people's dog was out and it wouldn't let me pass.
Oh,
and I was like,
honestly,
oh, no. I was like, I'm a dog friendly person. I was like, get out of the way, get out of the way. Anyway, I could not get past it. So I stopped my watch and I was like, it's all over, Eddie. This is all over. Anyway, all my segments around all these different lanes that I've run around for everything. And I was just go, Mum, look, this is how much faster I am. And Mum's like, I'm trying to baste the turkey. Look, Mum, look, Christmas Day, look. So much faster. I could not believe, like, every single one of them was like 5 6. I was like, this is...
Firing shots, Eddie. I'm getting worried in Northern Traverse. Oh.
Well, it's only... Yeah, but that's only... I was really, really slow, and now I'm just really slow. Anyway, it made me feel good about myself. So, yeah, I did a couple of workouts outside. I kept them short and sweet, but I worked hard. I did. So I'd set up on my watch 6 by 6 minutes, and then I'd done the warm-up for too long. So the warm-up was 40 minutes. And I was like, I kept thinking, like, when is it going to start beeping for me to do my strides? And I was like, I've done like 5 miles and I'm still warming up. As I started doing this, I think I got to like 3 by 6 minutes. And I was like, it's 5:30 now. It's pretty dark and I don't have a head torch. So I did 4 by 6 and I was like, I think that'd be good. Gary would call that. He'd say that's good enough. That's good enough for that one. So I only got 4 by 6. And then my other one, a spicy one. I've not done anything like this for a couple of months now. I did 10 by 1 minutes with a float. So it was like 1 minute really fast. And then 1 minute, I sort of gave myself about 10 seconds of like, and then I was like, get moving again, into 15 minutes at just above sort of marathon pace, out of breath, in control, just enough that dog walkers, you're slightly scaring them when you're going past because you're like,
and they're also commenting how incredible you look.
It's definitely, she should be in the elite trail team. I think that's what finished off my hamstrings was that one because I've not picked up my legs in a long time. And then, the rest of it was just, the rest of my weeks have just been easy running. I haven't been in the gym, Gary, for about 10 days now. It was calling me yesterday, but it was -5 and I just couldn't put my hands on that bar. Today is going to be the day and I'm going to the treadmill. Nothing special, but I wanted it to be like that. I just wanted a couple of weeks where family comes first, sleep-ins and runs were like 45 to 60 minutes. Get some workouts in. Did my strides. Made sure that was my non-negotiable was 4 lots of strides. Trying to hit that elusive 5 something in my strides. The day after the long journey to Wales, it was 7:12 minimum. My legs are like... man. So nothing sensational, but I'm kind of like building now. Biggish week this week, and then it will be heads down, Gary. Knuckles on that bar. For how many weeks we got till Northern Traverse?
12. Yeah, 12-ish.
12 weeks, is that all? I've got some work to do. Where do you think you've got work to do for that? Because I'm like, what? Is it in the long? I think for me, I've got some longer efforts to do to give myself a bit of confidence about being on my feet all day.
I don't feel like I've been specific yet.
Do you feel you're in quite good shape?
I did before Christmas, and I'm probably about half a stone heavy. Maybe we'll talk about this in one of the episodes in early January. But my goal, one of my goals for 2026 is I just want to finish the Northern Traverse. I know the jeopardy is so high. I think there's a level of fitness. This is not a flex, but the races I've done, and I've been lucky, I've finished them all. I'm pretty sure I'll be fit enough for the challenge, whether something happens along the way. You know, you can't really govern for that just yet. But yeah, I don't really feel like I'm fully in the specific zone. I just need to get out on course and then tick that box. But yeah, you know, I'm showing up every week, 80, 90 miles. I'm doing workouts and stuff like that. Since the one gym, I've been really faithful with going to the gym. So my strength has increased. I'm back on the deadlifts, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm slowly building, and I know this week has been a bit of a pass, I suppose, as far as food's concerned, but I do feel also generally my nutrition is slowly improving. But that's so I respond really well to having to do something for a reason. Like, I'm super congested at the moment, and I think that's just like a week of drinking alcohol every day. So I always kind of flirt with the idea of never drinking again, and I think, well, I drink once in a blue moon, what's the point in giving it up? And with my potentially IBS, if that's what these symptoms that I've got are, I'll cut out food because medically it's probably a bit over the top, but because it triggers something in my body. But if you were just to say to me, stop drinking coffee, I would find that really tough to do. But stop drinking coffee and you might only need one wee during the night, then I can quite easily do that. So I think, yeah, slowly but surely I am improving what I'm eating, but it's only just because I'm just exhausted of the consequences of eating the foods I actually want to eat. But yeah, a bit more specificity. But with the Northern Traverse being a point to point, it's quite tricky to do recce's, especially if you say going out on your own, you need 2 cars or maybe an overnight. So there's a bit of that. I had a low point. I should have had my elite trail team cap, because that would have got the photographer right. I would have been right in his sight. So I was doing my 5 times 4 minutes. Basically, the one gym had employed a cameraman to do some socials for the one gym, and I was on the treadmill doing my 5 times 4 minutes. Nailed on. He's asking me if I'd like to have my picture taken. I'm popping off those miles. I'm up and about. Sweat. Imagine it, Eddie. Close your eyes. Sweat is glistening. Yeah. I'm all dramatic. You know, when I finish my 4 minutes, I grab the bar. I take some deep breaths. All the drama. I towel myself down. I chug on a gel. He didn't ask me once. I was absolutely devastated. I thought, this is my moment. This is the breakthrough moment.
Have you sent the gym some
I've sent a strongly worded letter.
Mine's not as disappointing as that, Gary, but I decided for a little Christmas treat on our epic driving home for Christmas that we were going to stop halfway, so that it's a 9-10 hour journey. So I was like, we're going to stop halfway. Instead of staying like in a Premier Inn, I'm going to book somewhere nicer with a swimming pool.
Wow.
So that got packed. The cozies, my bikini, Gary. I cut for Christmas and ready for my bikini wearing. So they stayed in the car. They didn't get left behind. So we left quite early so that we could check in at the hotel, and then we would have 4 or 5 hours to mess around in the pool. There was a gym, so I was like, I can have a sneaky little lift, maybe even a little treadmill run. We got to the smooth journey. Kids were all fine. Stopped at T-Bay, sensational. Let's not talk about the price of service stations.
This is dates for T-Bay. You probably will have seen and could have had a cruffin. Have you ever had a cruffin before?
No.
They're a cross between, it sounds really obvious, a muffin and a croissant. Absolutely incredible.
I couldn't. The French side of me would not be allowed to eat that.
Next time you're passing, go and grab one.
So we got to the hotel, got checked in, went up to the rooms, only 4 beds. I was like, whole point of this was like the kids are really excited about going to a fancy pool, and they love, like all kids, staying at the hotel is the highlight of any holiday, more than anything else. Went upstairs, got into the rooms. So I'd asked for 2 adjoining rooms. That was all fine. Door was locked. Went down, got it locked. Then was like, there's only 4 beds. It's 5 of us. I was like, I'm sure I booked 5. Oh my God. And the kids it's not like when when they were little, you could be like, one of them can scooch into the double bed. There's no chance there. Went down to the check-in, was like, look, I'm on my booking, it says. And they were like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll get another bed in your room. I was like, oh my God. Bed came in, it's broken, doesn't really work. But I was like, We'll be fine. Mattress is broken. I checked to the desk, the pool. It was over in like the spa area. So we got everything, got all the stuff ready. Over we hankered. This is like 3:00 in the afternoon. So we got quite a lot of the day left as well. Got over to the pool. They gave us the towels. The pool is at the spa area. It's the most poshest thing I've ever seen in my life. They said, you can go in the family change room. Got in the family change. Everybody's getting changed. Bryn's half naked. There's a knock on the door. I open the door. Sorry, you're not allowed to use the pool. I was like, what? No, you can't use the pool. It's holiday times, so no families. Evie, the tears start flooding down the face. I was like, well, they're not really kids. Look at them. They're bigger than you. They can just go in, can't they? No. Okay. Silence, and we got all our clothes back on. Walked out. Evie handed the towels back, never used. Those beautiful. Went back to hotel and was like, the whole point we booked this hotel to the manager is that we was for the pool, and he was like, sorry, sorry. I said, but you told us it was open. Yeah, sorry. I'm not good at complaining though, Gary. Where do you go with that then? What do you do? So we went up to the room, Gary. This is 3:30 on a cold winter's night. Turn the television on. Television doesn't work.
Oh my God. It's a shambles. It's like folding towers.
And this is all my fault because this is all my little Christmas tree. So we just sat there for like 3 hours. Then we went down to the restaurant, which I'd booked because it was going to be lovely. We've got to be hungry after our swim. Oh no, we've all just lain on the bed. And the kids had got up at like 6 to do their markathon because they wanted to use the pool. So they were like, we'll do our run, so we'll get that ticked off. And then we could just, oh my God. Went to get food. There was a tofu rice noodles thing. Perfect for me. Great. Ordered it. It came, Gary, and I could see a few chilies on the top. And I thought, oh, that's, you know me, I don't really like spicy food. That's a bit spicy. I took one mouthful. As I put it in my mouth, the like waitress walked past. I have never, ever, and I put a lot of stuff in my mouth, Gary. I have never put anything so hot in my mouth ever. I was like, holding on the table, going, oh my God. The kids were like trying to pour me water. I was like, she came back, she was like, are you all right there? I was like, that is so spicy. I said, I can't, can you take it away? She was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. I was like, it's just been a disaster. She took it away. She came back. She said, the chef apologizes. He's taken it off the menu. It's one of the spiciest things he's ever tasted. So he says, you can choose anything else. And I was like, oh my God.
But how's he even got it on the menu in the first place?
How has he even let that go through, Gary? He's literally got a pot of chilies and poured it onto this thing, and then to her go, yeah, he's taken that off the menu. So anyway, then I said, oh, can I have the tofu salad or something? It came and it had bacon bits in it. And I was like, oh my God.
They're all laughing at you, Eddie.
Honestly, it was like something. So I had the bits of lettuce, and then we walked up to the petrol station.
Oh my goodness. That's Northern Traverse training. It's fine.
What a disappointment. And it was all my fault, really, but none of it was but it was all my fault. Anyway, that was a big disappointment. But the kids, I was like, it's all part of life, kids.
That'll teach you, Eddie. Try and do something nice.
Never again. So on the way back, we just did it all in Awana. I was like, I'm not stopping, not giving anybody else any more money. I'm not stopping. I'm now going to try and do that. And I haven't written a strongly worded complaint email because I can't bear to do it yet. But New Year, they're going to get it, Gary. They're going to get it. So that was a pretty low point. There were some low points in hotel rooms. And I thought I share that because if you've ever done anything like that, especially when you're traveling with kids as well, and then you got a night in a hotel room at 12:30, I went across to the adjoining room and read the riot act as I said, if you guys do not stop this sleepover fun, Father Christmas will not be coming. And they were like, okay, no.
Whoever delivered the message, there's no children allowed in the pool. They mustn't be a parent.
Her face, she was a young lady, and she was probably the nicest one there that went, so sorry. Bryn was half naked at the door. I want to get my swimming. Gonna get caught for Christmas. Live and learn. Never doing that again.
So yeah, I think I've had a pretty, as far as running's concerned,
solid. I'm going to give myself a B, not a B plus, because there were a couple of mornings where I could have done an hour and I did 45 minutes because I was drinking tea. Or
I leaned into especially Rex's back up and about again, which is great. I leaned into the dog jogs. He's back running.
Is there anything? Is there Taki? She smashed out some miles yesterday. She loves it. Does Rexy love a cold morning? Frosty.
Oh yeah.
Nice and firm underfoot. The smelling is incredible. Speed comes naturally.
When you come back to home, do your dogs almost like say thank you for the walk? Rex does this. When we come to our street, Rex will turn and look at us and greet us. He wants a stroke, but he's basically saying thanks for the time.
I think your dog is a lot better brought up than ours. Ours come in and say, "Let me run round the garden and just check nothing has come in our territory since since the 40 minutes we've been away."
Yeah, I did skirt with danger up until Christmas, and then that natural break. I embraced feels like 2 weeks, but it's probably only about 4 days, isn't it? It's Christmas. Yeah, it's the 30th today. Funnily enough, I went to the gym yesterday. The weights felt a little bit lighter than normal, so no exercise and loads of grub. I think I've filled the guns, Eddie.
Oh my God, he's just flexed, and I saw
swooning.
Yo. Thanks, Fenix Light, for sponsoring our Brew with the Coaches. The best design comes from the actual needs of users. Fenix takes providing mobile lighting products with excellent performance as the goal and born for harsh environments as its mission. Never forget where you started and your mission can be accomplished. Head over to www.fenixlight.co.uk to find out more. Don't forget, patrons can enjoy 10% off, and you lovely listeners right now, you get 5% off with the code TNT5. All discount codes are either in the description, Linktree, or Patreon. Fenix Light Up Your Limits global story campaign is live. Show Fenix your epic adventures with Fenix products and share your stories for a chance to win from a $20,000 prize pool. I actually took a really good picture of our winter solstice with our lights. I should tag them in.
Get it stuck in. 20 grand.
Oh, I'm on my Instagram ban. I just don't like it, Gary. It just takes, it's all bricked out. I'm not going back in there for December. Anyway, how to enter. Number 1, share photos, videos, your adventures with the hashtag Fenix Break Limits and tag @FenixLight. 2, or email your story to marketing_10@fenixlight.com. Prizes. $20,000 will be distributed in 4 stages with $200 guaranteed for each winner in each stage. 2 monthly picks will win exclusive Fenix products. Share your extreme moments with Fenix. They can't wait to see your stories. This isn't a tea and trails competition, so for more details, please head over to @FenixLight on Instagram. It's you and me, baby cakes, for the coaches, and I chose one that I thought you would enjoy answering because you are the man. You're the man of the shoes.
Well, I've read the question, and I am one of those, I suppose, lucky people.
That's why I thought it was quite interesting, because I can relate with this guy, and you will be like, I've seen you put on anything that gets sent, like DAPs that we used to wear at primary school, and you'd be like, it's pretty good, Eddie. It's pretty good. Yeah, well, there's no problems. So got a question from Nathan. Let's hear it, and then we'll have a chat.
Hi everybody, I'm after some advice on footwear, not so much on specific brands, but more around the pros and cons of different design features like cushioning, stack height and heel to toe drop. I'm training for the Arc 50 in January, but really struggling for consistency due to repeatedly tweaking my ankle overpronation. I've had previous tendon damage, non-running related, and my physio confirmed that once stretched, tendons don't fully regain their original elasticity. So my main focus is on strengthening the surrounding muscles, but I suspect my shoe choice might not be helping either. I tend to use the high stack, highly cushioned VJ Ultra 3, Hoka Mafia 4 and Speed Goats are the last few models I've used, and I'm wondering if this setup is compromising my stability. Reviews online are mixed, so it's hard to draw any solid conclusions. I'm sure plenty of people have used the shoes above with absolutely no issues, so I understand it's not a one-size-fits-all answer, but for my weak ankles, are cushioning, stack height making a bad problem worse, or am I just being a massive chopper, blaming my shoes for my rubbish ankles when I should just be doing lots of strength and conditioning? Cheers, Nathan.
Nathan, we're fast approaching Arc 50, so hopefully you have been doing your strength and conditioning and you've dialed in your shoe choice. I would actually say, Gary, the VJs, the Hoka Mafia and the Speed Goats aren't particularly high-stacked trainers, that they are relatively, I would sort of say, mid of your range. If you think of the carbon-plated options that are out there, you don't try those on, Nathan. You'll never get out the door. These are relatively low-stack, so I really think looking at the shoe is a bit of a Band-Aid for you here, Nathan. I actually think think that the ankle strengthening is what, and if you're listening to this just before, I think, could be work to be done. This could be 2026, getting those ankles strong. Yeah. But as your physio has said, once you go over on your ankle, we all have maybe one ankle that we turn. If we're going to turn, oh my God, it hurts, doesn't it? It hurts so bad. But you could sort of then run it off, don't you? You go over on it. Oh, it makes you feel sick. But once you've done that once or twice, like your physio said, it's really hard to strengthen that ankle back up. But that is what you need to do. You need to strengthen all those muscles, not just around your ankles, but I would say whole body as well, your legs, your core, everything, so that if you do go over on your ankle as well, you're really, really strong and bouncy to pull that ankle back up as well. There are various ways that you can tape your ankles as well. Lots of athletes, I don't think this is talked about enough as well, as that lots of athletes, once, especially trail runners, they've lost, they've gone over on those ankles so many times that the tendons are gone, they are stretched, netball players as well. So you might find that you do actually have to, I wonder if you've done this preventative taping as well. There's quite a few videos, or you can ask your physio on how to tape your ankles up, just to give you that little bit of support as well. My first point of call would be doing religiously, getting yourself doing those exercises. Put it on your watch. 10 minutes workout before you go running and do your ankle. Really simple things to do for if people have got dodgy ankles is walking on your toes, walking on your heels, picking up tea towel is my favourite. Folding over a tea towel into four, getting the corners folded, picking up a pencil. If you buy a little, just off, cheap web page, buy a little Bosu wobble board as well, standing on that, getting the kids or somebody, your dog, throw a tennis ball on and off that as well. That is a great way. Or bounce tennis ball against, make it fun, because if it's not fun, you're not going to do it.
I brush my teeth 1 foot at a time for a minute.
I have that wobble board by my basin, and then you're just on it, you just stand on it, and you've just got yourself that little bit of ankle, that little bit of stability work that you're always doing. So we had a look at your shoes now, Nathan, of what you thought that what didn't feel quite right as well, and I had a look at the heel toe stack of the Mafate. If you are on the Mafate 4, it's 33 to 38 heel to toe stack. The Mafate 5s is like a completely different shoe, 45 to 37.
I wonder
if anybody has moved up from them 4 to 5 and gone, this is like a completely different shoe. So I had a think about other shoes that you might find. And I've got a dodge ankle, Nathan, which I really struggle with the balance on that ankle. So if I'm going like a really rocky bit, even on the flat rocky bit, that ankle, I can feel it like almost shaking underneath me. I wonder if that's what Nathan has. I've actually found the best one is the Topo Athletic Vista, it's called. It's cushioned. It's a 38 to 33 heel to toe stack. It's got a wide toe box, but it's still super cushioned, but you feel much lower to the ground, and the grip has got a Vibram grip, which gives you that little bit of added stability as well. So might be worth you having a go. If I was going to do something like the Arc, that might be, definitely if I was going to do the spine, that is what I would wear for that now. Enough cushioning, nice wide toe box, but you can still feel the ground as well.
So when I look back at shoes that I did the Dragon's Back race in, Lakeland 100, Hardmoors 110, you weren't having a stack height above 30. So I don't, especially for the Arc 50, I'm not too sure how fast Nathan hopes to be out on course for, but maybe he doesn't need that level of cushioning. Also, I did some digging on, I was not a fan of the North Face Vective Pro 3, especially on technical trails.
Yeah, me too. Could not get on with them. And I keep going back to them and saying, I'm going to try again. It feels like I'm sitting on the top level of a bus with no control.
Well, this is the bizarre thing, because then I looked at the stats for one of my favourite shoes of 2025, which is the Mount Coast T1. And I think on paper, if I've got this information right, the Mount Coast have a higher stack height than the North Face, but ground feel completely different. Mont Blanc Carbon is 29 mil, which seems tiny in comparison with what people are kind of purchasing these days. Like the Adidas, the Terex Speed Ultra, they've got a pretty hefty stack height and do feel quite unstable.
Robbo's the only person that I know twinkle around in those.
Maybe some orthotics. I'm not too sure if Nathan already used them. Was it Joe Turner we spoke to? I think that transformed his running experience. He was having some trouble until he got some orthotics in his footwear.
You're not going to solve ankle stability with a pair of trainers. I think that's the biggest kind of conclusion here. You definitely can feel more stable by getting a more stable trainer, but I think go to the core of the stability work as well, because I think it's about turning the brain on as well, not just the muscles, but the brain, that proprioception as well.
Definitely those ankle drills, though. If I remember, I don't do it every time, probably once or twice a week at most. I'll finish my run slightly early and I'll walk it in, and then I'll just go through those ankle drills.
Even little jumps, even a little bit of plyometrics as well, just to help that little bounce back as well. So just like 10 jumps on the spot, 10 little lateral jumps as well, 10 little jumps off, just getting a little bit of elasticity there as well, so that you're not stiffening up on your ankles as well. As with all my runners and all of you runners, you just add, you're like, I need to do 5 minutes of that. I need to roll that glute. Oh, I also need to stretch that left. Like it can feel a bit overwhelming, can't it?
Yeah.
So I always think like, just work on one thing at a time. And if it's the thing that's always in your brain, and with Nathan, it's the ankle stability, then just work on that. And actually things often complement each other as well.
If you want some like imagery for the ankle stuff, there's loads of, I Googled it just before we started to speak. There's loads of videos on YouTube if you're unsure what they look like.
Good luck, Nathan. Good luck at the arc. Let us know how you get on.
Thanks, Harrier Trail Running, for sponsoring our Strava Club and Tales from the Trail section. Harrier is the UK's fastest growing brand for trail runners, providing specialist kit designed for superior fit, comfort and function with the best customer support. Check them out for race vests, waterproofs, poles and other trail essentials at www.harrierrunfree.co.uk, where you can also download your free copy of How to Run an Ultra Guide. If you would like to save 10% on your purchase from Harrier, then use the code TEAS10, that's TEAS10, for 10% off site-wide, or check out their brilliant trail bundles for a special 20% off. Eddie and I were fortunate before Christmas. We were sent a little care package from Harrier, and in that care package there was the Thorpe Ultra Fine Merino base layer that combines 68% superfine merino wool with 32% tensile lyocell for natural temperature regulation, breathable and odor resistant. Eddie, that sounds like a perfect top for you. BO busting and chair free. I took mine for a spin on Sunday's long run, and it was super comfortable. I love the zip, just to regulate that temperature. We just chatted, it is going to get a lot of use. Sometimes when you buy a pair of shoes or a garment, and from the moment you put it on, you think, I'm going to pretty much live in.
Shall I tell you what else, Gary? I don't think I have very long arms, but it makes me look like I've got very long. I put it on and I have to say, I look sense. It's just a little tight around the biceps, but it's got a lovely, I don't like a layer that is short on the arms, because you're putting the layer on because you're going out in something you don't want to go out in. Love that the zip, as a woman, the zip comes below the sports bra. So if you get a zip that sits above, especially when you're sweaty like me, so we just thank you so much for pointing that out, by the way. It's really kind of you to talk about my BO and my sweatiness. If my Montaigne thermal, the zip just comes down to like the sort of there, where you're just above on my pecs, top of my pecs. Bad, isn't it? And so it rubs above but this one, the zip, I haven't actually pulled the zip down, but I've worn it every single day. So I'm doing the smell test, Gary. So I haven't washed it. I've worn it every single day. The last 3 days, possibly sometimes twice a day. It still doesn't smell. And I've just hung it over the boiler. You don't do your own
smell test, Eddie. You need to give it to somebody else.
I did put my zip up hoodie thing past a teenager yesterday, and he went, Mum, that is the worst thing I've ever smelled. I love it. I'm going to have to ask for a couple more. I'm going to have to buy a couple more, because it is definitely, it's light, but it's warm, and I love the colour. That's awful, but I just really like the colour as well.
Yeah, it ticks all the boxes,
it's a great fit. It's a really, really great comfy fit as well. So thanks, Harrier, for sending that to us. Love the colours of the new products too.
If you like the sound of the Thorpe Ultrafine Merino base layer, it's going to set you back $69.99 over at www.harrierrunfree.co.uk. Well, the Strava Club is a bit all over the place because of this Christmas break. But first up is Thomas Avery, 78 miles for the week with the longest run of 20.5 miles and 5,305 feet of vert. Thomas had sexy Strava bars. Incredible running, Thomas. Lots of miles running around our capital too. Solid week. Next up is Dave Walker-Blair, 58.5 miles for the week with the longest run of 23.7 miles and 12,162 feet of vert. 3-day arc recce for Dave. That looked incredible. incredible. All that Virtu. Good luck. My goodness me. How long is it before people are on the start line for the Arc?
Couple of weeks, shaking in their boots.
Squeaky bum time. Last up is Rob Drag, 68.6 miles for the week with the longest run of 19.5 miles and 1,955 feet of verse. Rob did a solstice out and back run. Yeah, Stonehenge. It looks like he is a precision fuel and hydration user too. Fartlek, 12 times 3 minutes at marathon pace session, some sub 7 minute miles thrown in for Rob too. Yeah, solid week. Another inspiring week. Everyone getting it done, even though, yeah, it is a super busy time of year. You know, you think you get all the jobs, everything lined up, done for Christmas Eve. It's almost like then it's another gear because you go and being social butterflies, visiting everybody in that kind of blurry time between Christmas and New Year. But yeah, really impressive seeing everyone getting out. People have been racing. Nav Ford's Tour de Helvellyn, one of my favourites, and I did have a bit of FOMO because I wasn't there this year, but my goodness me, Chris Jones smoking fast. He was 90 minutes ahead of Mark Davey, and Joe Ledley completes the podium for the men. It was a close race between Mark and Joe, only 6 minutes between them. The format of Tour de Helvellyn, you can start when you want, so I'll be interested how that race panned out, if they knew where each other was. And very tight at the top for the women. Alice Wilson took the win, and then 1 minute later, Sarah Hodgson crossed the line. Then Sarah Adamant followed close behind to complete the podium for the ladies. Alice crossed the line at 6:52, Sarah 6:53 in 1 second, then Sarah again 6:53 seconds. That is such a close race. This is my dream of the night, not in a weird way.
This has got to go out. This is Lucy's dream. What was your dream about?
I was in one gym and Lucy was walking towards me. She was in full spine, like
yes,
for spine
was she
kit,
saying,
FKT
"You're so
kit.
slow, Gary. Why are you jogging? Why are you jogging, Gary?"
Two people who kind of knew each other but completely out of context. That was it.
What does that mean? Dream. Anyway, happy birthday to our Christmas angel, Lucy Gossage. Birthday on Christmas Day. Oh, I always feel for people with birthdays on Christmas Day, but then they are sent from baby Jesus, so they're truly blessed in their lives as well. Happy birthday if you've got your birthday around Christmas as well. I don't think anybody goes. It's just a joy. I bet you get double gifted as well. Here's a joint. No one wants joint.
We would be remiss if we didn't give James Gibson this week's heavy flex. He set a new record time for a double Bob Graham round and the first person to complete it in winter. The Innovate athlete twice looped the famous 66-mile route, 42 peaks circular of the Lake District's highest fells in 42 hours and 56 minutes. I am particularly impressed with this. I know there's no rules, so this is just my personal opinion. I like to see people, if they do a dual Bob, then they do both Bobs under 24 hours. There's no rules, so don't come at me for this. It's just my little personal opinion. James did the first one in 19 hours 39 minutes and 41 seconds and the second one in 22 hours 56 minutes and 56 seconds too. Mind blown. That is incredible, James. Well done. Heavy flex, kudos and chapeau, James. Incredible running. If you have a mate who has flexed or orbited the sun one more time, then email hello@tntrails.com. You need to pop heavy flex or birthday shout out as the subject. Tales from the trails.
Merry Christmas, guys. Thanks for all the laughs and advice over the last year. It's been incredible. Here's a little festive poem you might enjoy, although not a patch on the M&M song. You know, people put out those like best bits for podcasts at the end of the year. We could just re-release the M&M song. We could release it as a Christmas single. You could beat Kylie.
I can't take credit for the lyrics.
It wasn't about the lyrics, Gary. We all know that. It was about the performance.
The delivery.
Deep heart, the delivery. A Tea and Trails Christmas carol. On frosty trails where head torches glow, through mud mince pies and falling snow, run Gary Thwaites and Eddie Sutton, two podcast hosts who don't do subtle. From Tea and Trails, the chatter flows, with innuendo slipped in, as everyone knows, a raised eyebrow, a cheeky grin, purely about running, then laughter kicks in. They crunch through miles, through slush and puddles, and eating Freddos mid-run, trail fuel muddles. Chocolate fingers, pacing wild, ultra logic, questionable but incredible. There's heavy flex on hills so steep, didn't feel that climb, they casually peep. Quads of steel, egos light, flexing softly by head torch light. The kettle boils, the tea is strong, the miles are long, the joke's gone wrong. Stories told of races grim and accidentally bragging, just a whim. At Christmas time, with trails all white, they spread good cheer and cadence advice. From ultras long to festive banter, this podcast bearing, truly incredible. So lace up shoes, embrace the pain, laugh at the rain, the wind, the strain. And if this poem brought cheer your way, don't forget to become a Patreon today. Because Gary and Eddie, through mud and sleet, make trail running warmer, funnier and sweet. Now grab a Freddo, go run for hours and flex just a little. You've earned those powers. Have a good one, guys. Cheers. Andy painting the silk hut running.
Incredible.
Oh, incredible. My favourite line is accidentally bragging, which I think you should have on a t-shirt.
Oi.
The kettle boils, the tea is strong. Too right. I'd like to have that above my door. Thanks, Andy. We absolutely love that. We've been saving it up. We love your tales from the trails and your reviews. We've got a few in the inbox, but we're getting ready for them. Keep them coming to hello@teaandtrails.com and pop tales from the trails in the subject.
Thanks, Precision Fuel Hydration, for bringing us home. Their website and newsletter are such a good source of knowledge, articles to read, and YouTube content to binge on too. On YouTube, you can learn how to fuel an ultramarathon, what pro runners carry on race day, and how to nail your marathon prep. Precision Fuel Hydration's handy, free online sweat test and nutrition planner will help you personalise your hydration and fueling strategy so you can perform at your best. Head over to www.precisionhydration.com and don't forget, Patreons can get 20% off. But if you would like to try Precision Fuel Hydration, then you are in luck. Use the code TEATIME2025 for 15% off your first purchase. I looked at the script yesterday. I didn't kind of get what you were alluding to.
So, Gary, I was thinking, instead of our top 5 this week, I've thought of some funny things that I was thinking about top 5 things you could say to make your mates feel good when you're doing. Perhaps people are meeting up more with friends over the next couple of days. Got a little bit of time because we've got we've got New Year's bank holiday in the middle of the week, and then you've got a weekend as well, perhaps meeting up a social run. I was like, instead of like thinking of things you could say that make your friends feel good, pop in some comments that might make you laugh, or perhaps things that people have said, because we've had a few brew with the coaches as well about when you're running with friends and you're the back marker, which I so often are. But here's a couple of things that I think are quite funny that you could slip in. Watch people's faces. That have been said to me as well. This is true times. Is this your recovery pace? When's the warm up ending? Can I share your fuel? Oh, is there anything worse than going running with pals and they haven't brought enough fuel? And then you have to share your Freddos. I don't feel so festive.
Have you got a friend who's late all the time for a run? You arrange to meet at 9 and it's one person always turns up at...
And they're not ready.
Yeah,
They've got shoes
yeah.
on, they haven't packed their pack, and you're standing there for wow, you're a heavy breather. I've had that a lot in my life. We're almost there when you're not.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
often. I mean, I use that one with my kids generally all the time. Why are you sweating so much? You say this to me all the time, just when we're generally recording the podcast. This one's your one, and this is what you do all the time when we've been running together.
Oh, yeah, it's not something I ever say to anybody else. To be honest, if I see anybody else taking a toilet break, I think, fantastic, I'm going to leap all over that. It's like if I go for a run with Rex, I'll wee, and then when he stops for a wee, I'll also wee.
Do you get the fear?
Yeah.
Are you like, I'm going to go now just in case we don't stop again, and then I get dropped,
Yep.
and then I can't keep up? Every time I've run with you, Gary, I've been chatting away and then and you've gone. Or every time I run a turn and I get an eye full of the aubergine, or should I say the cornichon?
What a treat. What a treat. Do you know how many carbs you get in 100 grams of Heroes?
If you just grabbed a handful out of the tin and it didn't matter what, quite a lot, I'd have thought. 30?
65 grams of carbs. But,
yeah,
you know, it is
suppose.
they're not all the same sweet, but on average, yeah, 6, that's incredible. Also, what day is it? Literally, I have not got a clue what day it is. And I did see this on the Precision Fuel and Hydration socials, and they got a nice little picture here saying how to cure your holiday hangover according to the science. Many people enjoy a drink around the holidays, but nobody likes waking up with a hangover after one too many eggnogs. Have you ever had eggnog?
Oh, Oh, no.
Anyway, alcohol suppresses a hormone called ADH, antidiuretic hormone, and this stops your kidneys from working properly, and this is why you pee more when you drink alcohol. It has been suggested that one alcoholic beverage can cause the body to expel 4 times as much fluid. The dehydration this peeing causes is one of the main reasons you don't feel great on a hangover. And the best way to rehydrate effectively and speed up your recovery is by using a really strong electrolyte drink like a pH 1500.
Will you be having a few drinks on New Year's Eve, Gary?
Yes, is
What's your tipple of choice?
Oh, well, I really like Asahi, that Japanese beer. I don't think it's brewed in Japan. What about yourself? Eggnogs, mulled wine, the good stuff?
I haven't, no, I don't drink Gary, so I'll just have a classic Diet Coke, slice and ice. Maybe a cup of tea. I really am the life and soul of the party. Someone invited me to Christmas drinks and I was like, you're going to be disappointed. But I pride in myself that I can still bring the party. I can still bring the party with a Diet Coke and a sleepy tea.
How are you around? I'm not a fan of being sober, but being around drunk people, that is not my happy space.
No, but then also it can be a happy space because you just let them, you can really just let them talk. Just let them talk. They'll tell you the same story 3 times. And also no one will notice if you go home at 9.
Yeah, but I'm quite awkward though at the best of times. So when I'm awkward,
yeah,
and then people, I'm surrounded by people whose inhibitions are down.
Oh, hello. And then
my awkwardness
getting...
No, I don't. I get a little bit more stressed out, to be honest. Aww. So, yeah, it's not fun times. On that cheery note.
What are you going to do? Are you going out? Are you going out?
Oh, goodness me, no. No, Esme's. I don't even know what the opening hours are. Imagine that, you bring in the new year on the treadmill 6 times 10 minutes.
Will you stay up till midnight?
Yeah, I don't know why.
No,
it's just a symbolic thing.
I won't. No, absolutely. But by 10.
Well, you only put your tree up on Christmas Eve, so yeah, I don't expect you to stay up.
There is no rules to how you celebrate the festive period and New Year's. And if I want to be in bed,
Baby Jesus wouldn't have cared, would he?
He would be getting to bed with your Kindle and my new art. We haven't talked about Christmas presents. There's so much to catch up on. I'll tell you one of them, which is one of my faves, apart from my Robin mug, which is an absolute fave, is I got some sleep pods so that I can listen to my podcasts because I struggle with my sleep, especially when I wake up. I can't get back to sleep and I like to listen to something to send me back off to sleep or just like to listen to it. Otherwise, my anxiety rises when I have to get up at 6 and it's 2 o'clock and I'm wide awake. So I got some special sleeping ear pods, but you can lie on your side and listen to a podcast. Never have I been so happy as to curl up, put my little stories on and listen to that. And also I can't hear anything. So children come in, they go out. I'm in my happy place. What was your best Christmas gift?
Well, there's lots of little gifts that I've been gifted over the year, but it's my System of a Down t-shirt.
Oh, you flex, yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, and you look incredible in it. It's not just a nice t-shirt.
Thank you very much. I need a bit of advice. I've been asked if I'd like to do the Punk Panther Welcome Wear Ultra. It's their 100th ever Punk Panther event, so it's a big deal. They've got multiple distances actually. So one is 14 miles, one's 21.5 miles, one's 34.3, that's the one I think I'm going to gravitate to. Or there's the 50 miler too. It is on the 14th of March. Oh, so that's 2 weeks.
Oh, it's 2 weeks before, Gary.
2 weeks Northern Traverse. Maybe the 21 miler, 21.5 miler.
Well, I don't know. I think you could, if you went full kit and, a really easy pace, I would probably go, you could do the 34s.
You set me up.
I'd do the 50 miler, Gary.
I think, it would be a great time to go full kit. I'll have to check the cut-offs because I don't want to take the gas off too much and get timed out. But I'll check it out. I've not done a Punk Panther event, so I'll be looking forward to that. And it should be a big day. Like I say, it's the 100th ever Punk Panther event, so it's a special occasion. January's competition is supported by our friends Fenix Light UK. One lucky listener could win a HM55R headlamp. If people are wondering what that is, it looks like a kind of baby HM 65R, that's the best way to describe it. HM55R dates incoming. It's got 1200 max lumen output, lightweight aluminium construction, that's 105 grams, including the battery, single large side switch with battery charge indicator for convenient operation, a USB-C charging port with inner waterproofing, 2.5 hours fast charge, user replaceable battery, intelligent overheat protection, low voltage warning, headlamp rotates vertically to illuminate your path near or far, and it's also IP68 rated, so that is dust and waterproof. Also, it's submersible up to 2 meters, and it's got a 2 meter impact resistance. So if I fall over, however tall I am, 5'8", then it should be okay, is what I'm trying to say. And to be in with a chance of winning, you need to pop over to Instagram, you need to like this post, tag a friend in the comments, share the post to your stories, and follow TN Trails and Fenix Light UK over on Instagram. And this competition closes at midnight on the 30th of January 2026. And like I said, this is for Instagram only. One winner will be picked at random and contacted by direct message.
Happy Christmas to you all. Thank you for letting us share a little bit in your festive period. Perhaps you're listening to this as we're approaching New Year, or we're already in the new year. What will 2026 bring? We don't know, but we know we'll be here to support you along your journey and sharing our running journey and life journey as well. Thanks for tuning in. We love you for listening. Share the pod, share the love. Pop over to Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and subscribe, or consider 2026 being the year you become a patron. Thanks to X Miles, Precision Fuel Hydration, Fenix Light UK, and Harrier Trail Running for sponsoring our show. Here are the discount codes: T10 2025 for Shocks, TNT5 for Phoenix, T-Time 2025 for Precision Fuel Hydration, and T's 10 for Harrier Trail Running. Thank you to our partners and patrons. We couldn't do this without you and your ongoing support.
Good luck to everybody out on the trails, racing, training, recceing, or solo miles, or miles with mates. It's the Hard Mowers 30 and 15 this Saturday. Wrap up.
Have you seen? Have you seen? I'm meeting my lovely friends Debs and Rachel for a big old adventure. Those mitts are going to be on, the glove liners are going to be on, that thermal layer is going to be on. I reckon I'm going to go
definitely mitts.
4 layers and mitts, good old headband, and plenty of Christmas love for fuel.
It looks super cool. I think the forecast was like what it feels like in the minuses, and I saw on the map the snow clouds were just hugging that east coast, but over the sea, so fingers crossed. A
top tip as well, if you've got a pair of deck shells, even if it's dry, they make such a difference. If you're like me and you suffer with cold toe joints, they just keep your toes so much warmer, especially if you have not got a Gore-Tex trainer as well. Just chuck your deck shells on, wear them over the top of your leggings. Oh, it's like a little mitten on your toes.
Good luck everybody towing the line. John and Shirley and all the volunteers too. Let the trail or tarmac rise to meet you, and the wind always be on your back. Be kind to your future self, breathe and believe, roll with the joy, and the miles will look after themselves. And if all else fails, chase the ball. My name is Gary Thwaites.
And I'm Eddie Sutton.
And that was the Tea and Trails podcast.